Good morning, my dear students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class, we are going to continue exercise 12.1. You can take page number 234 in your NCERT textbook. So, from the second problem, second subdivision, we are going to continue. So, you can take page number 234. Okay. I hope you all have taken second problem. Identify terms and factors in the expression given below. Last class we have discussed one problem. In that also we have mentioned the terms and factors, right? But there we have mentioned them using the tree diagram. Here just we are going to write the terms and the factors. That's enough, okay? So for this is your expression, minus 4x plus 5 is your expression, right? That you know. So for this, what we have to find? Terms, right? What are the terms here? Minus 4x is one term, comma 5. Please put the comma here. You should not put the plus sign because terms, minus 4x is one term, 5 is one term. In that, what are the factors actually? Minus 1, comma 4. 4 you can write 2 into 2, comma x, comma 5. Yes, you have to split that number how much ever you can. Okay. So, minus 1, 2 they are written 2 into 2. Then x, then 5. This is how you should write it. Okay. Next is your B problem. What is your B problem, children? Minus 4x plus 5y. Minus 4x plus 5y. So, how many terms are there in this equation? 2 terms, right? So, terms is equal to minus 4x comma 5y. Minus 4x comma 5y. What are the factors? Minus 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma x comma 5y. How you will write? 5 comma y. 5y. How you will write? 5 comma y. Okay. Next is your C problem. What are the terms in this question, in this expression? 5y plus 3y square. What are the terms? 2 terms are there, right? So terms is equal to 5y comma 3y square. 5y comma 3y square. So what are the factors here? 5 comma y comma 3 comma y comma y. Because 5y means 5 into y, comma 3y square means y into y. So, for 3 comma y, you should put this all in a, you have to separate all these numbers using commas. Okay. D problem, xy plus 2x square y square. Xy plus 2x square y square. So, what are the terms here? Xy comma 2x square y square. Xy comma 2x square y square. Factors, what are the factors now? X comma y comma 2 comma x comma x comma y comma y. X comma y comma 2 comma x comma x comma y comma y, because x is square, no, so x is divided into 2 types. They have separated into 2 and y is separated into 2 because it is y square. D problem is your homework. Okay, F problem, 12.AB minus 2.4B plus 3.6A. Okay, 1.2, sorry, not 12.2 children. It is 1.2 AB minus 2.4 B plus 3.6 A. So, how many terms are there? 3 terms. What are the terms? 1.2 AB, comma 2.4 B, comma 3.6 A. Then, what are the factors for this? 1.2 comma A comma B, 2.4 comma B comma 3.6 comma A. Yes, just splitting it up. If you want, you can split this 1.2 as 0.2 into 6. Like that also you can split it. No harm in that. But why we want to take in that risk? So I have just stopped till this. Okay. So next is your G problem. Okay. G problem is 3 by 4x plus 1 by 4. How many terms are there for this? 3 by 4x comma 1 by 4. Yes, 3 by 4x comma 1 by 4. So what are the factors? 3 by 4 comma x comma 1 by 4. As usual, separation. 3 by 4 comma x comma 1 by 4. H problem is your homework. Understood? Next is your third problem. Identify the numerical coefficient of terms other than constants. Okay, we are supposed to take the terms which are other than constants in the following expression. In that term, we are going to identify the numerical coefficient. Okay, so actually, how many terms are there in this expression? 5 comma minus 3t square, right? There are two terms, but this 5 is constant. Okay, minus 3t square only has variable as well as constant. So we have to consider only that term. So what is the term here? Minus 3t square, because they are asking the term other than constant. So other than constant is minus 3t square. So what is the numerical coefficient for this? Numerical coefficient for this is what, children? Minus 3. Numerical coefficient means what? It should have only number. You should not write the variable. Okay, it should have only the number. You should have only the number as the coefficient. We should not consider any variable because it's numerical coefficient. Okay, second problem. 1 plus t square plus t cube. So, what are the terms we will consider here? T you will consider, t square you will consider, t cube you will consider. But you will not consider 1. Why? Because it is a constant. So, what are the terms now? T square, t cube. Numerical coefficient for that. For these terms, what is the numerical coefficient for this t term? 1. T square 1. T cube also 1 because no number are written in front of this t square. So 1. Yes. Next. Third problem. X plus 2xy plus 3y. Okay. X plus 2xy plus 3y. So what are the terms without constant? Terms, we are going to find the numerical coefficient for that question, for that terms. Okay, what are the terms without constants, children? X, 2xy, 3y, because all the three terms have the variable. So what is the numerical coefficient for that? 1, because no number is written in front of x. For xy, what is the numerical coefficient? 2, because in front of these two variables the only number given is 2. In front of this variable what it is given? 3. So 1, 2, 3. Next, your 4th, 5th, 6th problem is your homework. 4th, 5th, 6th is your homework. 7th problem, 3.14 r square. What is the term here? 3.14 r square, because only one term it is given there. So 3.14 r square. What is the numerical coefficient? Numerical coefficient is 3.14. Numerical coefficient is 3.14 because r square is a variable, so 3.14. Next, 8th problem. 2 into L plus B. Yes, 2 into L plus B. How can you write this 2 into L plus B, children? 2L plus 2B. Why? because this 2 is common for L as well as B. So you can multiply this 2 and L. Appa it becomes 2 terms, right? So terms, how many terms are there? 2L is one term, 2B is one term. Now numerical coefficient for that 2 terms is? Numerical coefficient for the 2 terms is, for this 2L, what is the numerical coefficient? 2. What is the numerical coefficient for B? 2. Okay, did you understand this? See, this 2 is common for L and B. Upper 2L plus 2B. We can multiply like that. So, there are 2 terms, 2L and 2B. The coefficient for L is 2. The coefficient for B is 2. Okay, so I have written the coefficients. The 9th problem is your homework. Okay. Next is your 4th problem. Identify terms which contain x and give the coefficient of x. Last problem, we are going to find the terms which are not constant and we are going to write the numerical coefficient for the terms. Here we are going to find the terms which contain x. Okay, we are going to find the terms which is containing x and we are going to give the coefficient of x. If you are asking the coefficient of x, you should write the values except this x. Okay, we are going to write the values except this x. So what is the term you will include? Y square x. You will not include y because this does not contain x. So what is the coefficient of x here? Coefficient of x is y square. Okay, because they are asking the terms which contain x. So this term only will contain x. So y square x is a term. Coefficient of x in this is, you will neglect this x. So remaining is y square. So what is your second problem? 13y square. 13y square minus 8yx. 13y square minus 8yx. So what is the term here? Will you include this 13y square? No. You will include only this minus 8yx. So what is the coefficient of x here? Minus 8y, because you will not include this x. So answer is minus 8y. Third subdivision, right? Next is your third problem. X plus y plus 2. So in this, which term you will include? X, because that only is having x. So term is x. What is the coefficient of x, children? 1, because no number is there in between. So coefficient of x is 1. Fourth problem. Yes, next is your fourth problem. 5 plus z plus zx. 5 plus z plus zx. So what is the term you will include? Zx, because that only is having x. Next, coefficient of x is z, because I will neglect that x. So remaining is z. Next, fifth problem. What is the fifth problem? 1 plus x plus xy. 1 plus x plus xy. What are the terms? X comma xy. There are 2 terms here because this also contains x, this also contains x. Now what is the coefficient of x? Coefficient of x for this question, for this term 1. Next, for this term y. Yes, coefficient of x for this term is 1, for this term is y. Yes. Next is your sixth problem. What is the sixth problem? 12xy square plus 25. 12xy square plus 25. Yes. So what are the term here you will include? 12xy square. Now what is the coefficient of x here? Coefficient of x is equal to 12y square. You will not include this x but 12y square. Okay. Next is your last problem, which is seventh problem. 7x plus xy square. 7x plus xy square. So what are the terms here? 7x comma x y square. So what is the coefficient of x in this? Coefficient of x in this term is what? 7. Then what is the coefficient of x in this term is what? Y square. For this 7, for this y square. Okay. Next is your B subdivision. The question is identify terms which contains y square. What was your last question? Identify the terms which contains x. Right. Here we are going to find the terms which contains y square and give the coefficient of y square. First we should find the term, then we should find the coefficient of y square. What is the first question? 8 minus xy square. Yes, 8 minus xy square. So what is the term here? What is the term here, children, which contains y square? Minus xy square. This is what the term which contain y square. So what is the coefficient of y square? In this, what is the coefficient of y square? You neglect this y square. What is the remaining thing? Minus x. So coefficient of y square is minus x. Okay, you just want to find only the term which contains y square. Then we are going to write the coefficient of y square. Next, second problem, for 5y square plus 7x. 5y square plus 7x. Okay, so what is the term which contains y square here? 5y square. Yes, this term will not be included. Why? Because it does not contain y square. Only this term contains y square. So coefficient of y square is what, children, in this? 5. Yes. Did you understand this question? Just we are going to find the coefficient of y square, which is nothing but 5. What is the third problem? 2x square y minus 15xy square plus 7y square. 2x square y minus 15xy square plus 7y square. So here, what are the terms, children, which contains y square? This term and this term. This term will not be included. Why? Because here only y is there. But the question is, it should have y square. So what is this term? Minus 15xy square, then 7y square. Yes, both the terms are there. Minus 15xy square, then 7y square. Next, what we should find? Coefficient of y square. What is the coefficient of y square here? Minus 15x. If I neglect this y square, answer is minus 15x. Now here if you neglect y square, my answer is 7. So what is the coefficient of y square? Minus 15x and 7. Okay, understood? See, next is your fifth problem, children. Classify into monomial, binomial and trinomial. You know what is meant by monomial, no? Yeah, what is meant by monomial? Any expression which contains only one term. You know what is meant by term, right? So expression which contains only one term is monomial. Binomial means it will be having two terms. Trinomial means it will be having three terms. Okay, so from the first question we are going to identify whether it is monomial, binomial or trinomial. You take a pencil and note down the answer whatever I am saying. Okay, first problem, how many terms are there? Two terms, so it is binomial. Yes, you can write the answer in the pencil nearby. Okay, second problem, only one term it is there, so it is monomial. It is monomial. Third problem, three terms are there. X is one term, y is one term, minus xy is another one term. So three terms are there, so it is trinomial. Next, fourth problem, only one term it is there, so it is monomial. Fifth problem, AB minus A minus B. Three terms are there. 1, 2, 3. Three terms are there, so it is trinomial. Sixth problem, how many terms are there? Two terms. 5 is one term, minus 3t is another one term. So two terms are there, so it is binomial. Here, 4p square q minus 4pq square. Two terms are there. This is one term, this is one term. So two terms is there, binomial. Eighth problem, 7mn. Only one term it is there, so it is monomial. Ninth problem, z square minus 3z plus 8. Three terms are there. So 3 terms are there means it is trinomial. A square plus b square, 2 terms are there. So it is binomial. Z square plus z, it has 2 terms. So it is binomial. 1 plus x square. So it has 3 terms. So it is trinomial. Okay. So just note down the answers of this using a pencil. Okay. This is your 6th problem. Okay. State whether a given pair of terms is like term or unlike term. We already know what is meant by like term and unlike term, right? Like terms means the terms will be having same variables. Unlike terms means the terms will be having different variables. Yes? So shall we start doing the pairing? Shall we start writing the answer here? You should take a pencil and write the answer here itself. For first problem, 1, 30. So 1 is one term, 1, 100. 1 is one term, 100 is another one term. Both are constants. So both are like terms. So you write the answer as like terms. Second problem. What is the variable used here? X. Here also X. Both have same variables. So they are like terms. Here variable is X. Here is Y. Both are different variables. So both the terms have different variables. So what you will write? They are unlike terms. So third answer is unlike terms. You can write side by side. Here fourth problem. XY, YX. Both look same because X is written only one time. Here also X is written only one time. Y also written only one time. Y also written only one time. So both are same. So both the terms will having a same variables. So they are like terms. Here m square p, here m p square. Both are unlike because here m is 2 times. Here m is only one time. P is one time, but here P is 2 times. Both are different variables. So they are unlike terms. Here X is Z, X square is Z square. Both are different, so they are unlike terms. Yes, understood? So you are writing the answer side by side. Okay. Seventh problem. Identify like terms in the following. So you are just many terms are given, right? See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Totally 13 terms are given in this equation. In this equation, you are going to write the like terms. You are going to write what are all the like terms are there. Okay. Then the question here from the textbook. Identify the like terms of the following. What are all the like terms? First you are going to pair this. Okay. See x y square. First you check how many x y square are there. Okay. Like terms and all we have to pair, right? So first I will put tick for x y square alone. X y square. Whether this is same? No. Because it is y x square. Okay. It is y x square. So this is different. Then x square is there. Then x y square are there. So you put a tick for this. So x y square and this x y square is same. They are like term. This is different, 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 this is okay. So now like terms I am going to write it. Like terms, just you can write like pairs, okay. Like terms what you will write? X y minus x y square comma 2x y square. Next, what is the next like term, children? Y square x I am going to write it. Sorry, y x square I am going to write it. This is different, 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 this is same. Listen, because x square, here also x square, here it is y, here it is y. Okay, appo minus 4yx square, comma 20x square y. Yes, both are like term. This two like term, this two like term. Yes. Next, x square, x square. Is there any other x square? This x square. Okay, so these three are like terms. So what are the like terms here? 8x square minus 11x square minus 6x square. Okay, like terms, just writing the like terms, children. Okay. Next, 7y, 7 Next y. Okay, this y I am going to take it. Is there any other y here? Yes, here there is a y. So these two are pair. Okay, so what we'll write, children? 7y comma y. Next, x will do. Okay, this x, here is one x. That's all. For minus 100x comma 3x. Okay, minus 100x comma 3x. Next, what is remaining, children? Yx is remaining. Yes, here is also yx is there, or xy. Yx and xy both are same. For what we'll write? Minus 11yx comma 2xy. So these are the like terms. These two are like terms. These two are like terms. These three are like terms. These two are like terms. These two are like terms. These two are like terms. So likewise, you should write the like terms. Okay. Your B subdivision is your homework. Okay. Today's class, we have discussed few problems from exercise 12.1 and I have given few problems as homework from exercise 12.1. I hope you all understood, children. Thank you.